Hey guys, so I want to do a 12-part series on the book of Ecclesiastes. There's 12 chapters. I've read the book before, but reading it recently, it has been powerful to me. It's become maybe in this point in my life, my favorite book in the Bible. It's interesting, they believe that Solomon wrote this book towards the end of his life. And so he's looking back on his life and he's considering all that he experienced, the however many it was, 700 wives, 300 concubines, obviously, building all these different temples for these different faiths and religions, all the things that he explored, all the things that he knew, being the wisest man on earth, having incredible riches. And he comes to the conclusion that everything, all the stuff that he pursued is meaningless. And so we're going to do a 12-part series because there's 12 chapters. So, of course, we're going to start in chapter 1. And the verses that I want to read are verses 5 through verse 8. 5 through 8, chapter 1. It says, "The sun rises and the sun sets, and then it hurries around to rise again. The wind blows south and then it turns north. Round and round the wind blows, blowing in circles. Rivers run into the sea, but the sea is never full. Then the water returns again to the rivers and flows out again to the sea. Everything," he's saying, "is wearisome." He's like, it just keeps happening the same thing every day over and over again. It's wearisome beyond description. No matter how much we see, we are never satisfied. I think Solomon knows that's true for all of us, but I think he's really feeling this deeply. He's saying, no matter how much I've seen and experienced and explored and uncovered and unearthed, I am never satisfied. No matter how much we hear, no matter how much he hears, we are not content. So I love this picture that Solomon in his great wisdom paints. He says, okay, the sun comes up and the sun comes down, right? The wind blows this way and the wind goes that way. The river goes in the sea, but the sea never kind of fills up so much. How does it keep going? Well, because it comes back around. It goes back up in the sky and it falls down. It's just cyclical. Everything's just happening over and over again. And no matter how, and I'm just this little person in this incredible universe, and it's all happening around me. And no matter how much I pursue and how much I seek, how much I build, how much I try to achieve, how much I try to gain and hold on to, and how much I try to pursue something and identify, that must be the thing that will fulfill me and give me contentment and satisfaction. He says, no, I've tried all of it. I've certainly tried more than you'll ever get to try. I've explored more than you'll ever get to explore. I've understood more than you'll ever understand. And I'm telling you, none of it is going to satisfy. That's the last verse, right? No matter how much, everything is wearisome beyond description. No matter how much we see, we're never satisfied. No matter how much we hear, we're not content. And the conclusion throughout the book is, there is one thing that will fulfill us. There is one thing worth pursuing. There is one thing worth giving our time to, our energy to. There is one thing not to achieve, but to abide into, to sit into, to just rest. That's what he says. He says, eat, drink, do your work, and enjoy what God's given you today, because at the end of the day, it's all about God. It's all about what he gives you in today. It's about experiencing him through the interaction of life in this moment, drinking him in, soaking him up, listening to him, responding to his voice, and nothing more. I love this book, and I love this first chapter because Solomon says right from the get-go, stop pursuing it all. Pursue only him and allow him to determine each day of your life on this earth and be satisfied in a relationship with him and the life that he gives. Period.